Rise and grind, folks. Guys, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. I am on the way to an existing maintenance customer. I don't think anything was done out here. We came out here this past fall for the heat maintenance. The customer said that she had the thermostat set to 75 yesterday and 2 days ago. And she says, I don't know what kind of thermostat she has. I didn't look at the notes, but she's saying that it still feels chilly. She's not sure if what's coming out the vents or what's coming out the unit is like warm enough to heat the house up. So nonetheless, let's go take a look, guys. I am almost there right now. I'll see y'all when I get inside. This is an 80% Goodman furnace, cooling condenser. As you guys remember, we came out here this past spring. I thought we came out here this fall, but the customer never renewed the agreement past the summer. And as you remember from previous shorts, I think this drain line wasn't pitched correctly, and this customer had a bunch of water on top of the furnace. But so here's the spill. She said that they have it up to 75, and the highest it went up to was 68, 69 degrees. And look at this. This is no good. Right now the burners get turned on, but I think we may have to recommend duct cleaning. We replaced this filter in June. I don't think they ever got duct cleaning done here, but at this point, maintenance at a minimum is going to be recommended. But let me take a look at the sensor. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. We got this customer signed back up for maintenance. And around this time of the year, guys, in Philly, if you guys aren't getting your cardio in, this is a great time to do it, because parking, as you see here, I had to park a few blocks away. Guys, I'm used to it. It is what it is. I mean, luckily, it only snows this bad, like maybe a couple of weeks out the year, but these side streets like this, they don't really care about the shoveling the roads like that. But what I'm gonna do, I told the customer to get another 20 by 20 by 1 filter. I got a few in the truck today, but I told her what I do have, it can't get them by until March or April. We're gonna come back out here anyway for the you can go ahead. We're gonna come back out here anyway for the AC maintenance next spring. But I told her my biggest concern is I don't want this brand new filter to clog up again before the summer. So unfortunately, we don't do duct cleaning, but in addition to the filter and the maintenance, I recommend her getting the ducts cleaned. That's only going to help her out. All right, guys, let me get what I need here. I'll be right back. Guys, I got new filter in. Everything's dated. Cool. And look at this flame sensor. This is a recall waiting to happen. Alright, what I'm going to do is clean the sensor and wipe down the burners and try to get as much debris out of this furnace as I possibly could. I'll be right back, guys. That looks better. Let's put the sensor back in and let me get my brush. I'll be right back. It's time for my favorite segment of my videos. It's time for fun fact. Guys, this is a Goodman 115 volt igniter. Train and American Standard makes 80 volt house service igniters. Pros of 80 volt igniters, being that it only requires 80 volts instead of 115. Train and American Standard 80 volt igniters are a lot more robust. Allegedly, they're supposed to last longer, but guys, you can do with that information what you can. But the cons of 80 volt igniters is that if you're in a pinch, you cannot use a 115 volt igniter on an 80 volt power supply. You have to use that 80 volt Trane or American Standard igniter. So being that they're supposed to be more durable, guys, an igniter is an igniter to me, but unfortunately you cannot use universal HSIs with those 80 volt igniters. So that's why Trane and American Standard, those are the only brands in which you'll see 80 volt igniters. Every other manufacturer makes 115 volt igniters. But guys, once again, durability could be in question. Depends on the maintenance. An 80 volt igniter, if it's covered in dust, is going to break the same way a 115 volt igniter is going to break. So I've never seen one 80 volt igniter withstand a few years of a customer not getting maintenance done. So, but guys, with that being said, I'm going to, I already checked my igniter. We're at 50 ohms. Cleaned the sensor, put that back in. I'm going to check my inducer ports. I'll be right back, guys. Right now, it's off on limits. I'm just going to let it cycle off and on a few times. And I believe that thermostat upstairs has a C wire, so there's no need to look at the batteries. And yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. You can call this Goodman furnace not working. Found filter clog, found furnace in extreme need of maintenance. We got the maintenance squared away, brand new filter, and they should be good to go here. But alright guys, let me wait for water to boil. I'm gonna make sure this cycle's back on. I'm gonna put the doors on, do the paperwork, and I gotta head out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.